Many people just think that Content Warning is just a Lethal Company ripoff. But yes, Content Warning is inspired by Lethal Company, but I don't think it's a ripoff. I think Content Warning is has its own little twist on it and is unique in its own way. I don't think it's just a ripoff. And I'm gonna proceed to tell you why.
The first thing I want to talk about is design choice. The characters and like the face editor, they all make the game feel so lighthearted and not really serious. Even though you're running away from monsters and things are trying to kill you, and well, if you look over to your friend and starts like a silly face, it's just funny. And while Lethal Company, I feel like it takes a more serious take on things. The game doesn't feel super serious when you're taking videos of your friends dying and you being mauled and you or your friends being mauled to death by entities. It just kind of feels like something funny. And considering that instead of collecting materials and bringing back to your ship, it's just funny little YouTube videos that we post to a platform. It just really feels like if you want to mess around and have fun with your friends, you can play this. Yes, you can get it too in Lethal Company, but like this just feels like funny. That can happen in Lethal Company too, but the maps in Content Warning feel polished and just very replayable. While Lethal Company has a lot of maps, and I'm sure they're replayable, but these maps are replayable too. And I'm not trying to say Lethal Company is bad. I'm simply just saying that this game isn't.
A ripoff.
I also like to talk about the enemies. The enemies are very unique and have their own little gimmick. They aren't just like copy and paste from Lethal Company, no. I mean, for example, the arms enemy can reach out with his long arms and grab you. And also, the flicker enemy, there's nothing like that in Lethal Company. It's a very cool design.
In Content Warning, there are three maps: the harbor, the mines, and the factory. These three maps have very different, unique features and varying layouts of the level. The mines map has a lot of little tunnels and twists and turns, and is very hard to navigate. And the harbor map, the big ship, it's maze-like in structure and has many layers. The factory map, it's very linear and I think the easiest map to navigate. To wrap this video up, I'll tell you why Content Warning is a good alternative rather than it being a ripoff. In Lethal Company, there is many hard and complicated monsters. There is a very slight few of monsters in Content Warning are like that, but the majority of them are pretty easy. And I think that um that Lethal Company having hard monsters could be a turnoff for some players. Now I shall talk about simple maps. I know Lethal Company has some simple maps too, but I feel like for people wanting to play Lethal Company, they should maybe try Content Warning first, because I feel like it's a simplified version of the game in a sense. There's three maps that are pretty simple, and well, I'd say the Mines map is a bit more complex, but you'll get used to it. I just think that the maps are fairly easy, and once you learn them, um, you'll get pretty good at them and know their routes and stuff. I just feel like that Lethal Company having many maps could be like a turn off to players. I just want to say that both games are good in the end, and I'm not trying to criticize Lethal Company, but I just want to speak up for Content Warning and just say that it's not a ripoff, and I think it's a good alternative, and it's a good game in its own respects too. And please don't hate on Lethal Company; they're both great games, Content Warning and Lethal Company. So, yep, that's all I have to say. Just if you want to play Content Warning before Lethal Company, sure, have a good test practice, you could say, and just get ready for Lethal Company. But yeah, both great games. Bye.